Hello, and everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. So I've got a little idea. Been inspired by a book on abstract art I borrowed from the library. Not actually had a big study of it. It just kind of reminded me that when I create, I don't necessarily have to have a plan. I can just put stuff on the paper, see what happens. But I do have a little plan. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by adding some stamped images that I'm going to emboss with black. This is actually Shimmer White cardstock. It's not very vanilla or basic white. This is Shimmer White because Shimmer White, water behaves a little bit differently on Shimmer White than it does on the other cardstock. So I wanted to see what happens. So I'm going to add a few little sort of florals in here. Some butterflies, some leaves, and then emboss it. Then gonna add some wicked colour to it and make it fun and vibrant and see what happens. So hello, if you're new to my channel, you're super welcome. You're welcome as well if you've been before, of course you are, but if you've never been before, then do take your time to have a look around, check out my other videos, check out my other playlists. Have a look at my blog. There are links in the description below to all the good places that you can go associated with me. There's links to the Stampin' Up, my online Stampin' Up store, links to my blog, Facebook group, Facebook page, Instagram, Pinterest, all the good stuff, you know, where you can kind of find bits of inspiration. And my aim in life is to inspire. That's what it is. But I mean, I do have other aims as well, but that's one of them. So there we go. Right, so I've laid down some flowers there. I also want to pop down some leaves. Now this is going to make it just slightly tricky in that I can't really see where I've already stamped. I can just about see it. I actually used this with black earlier today, so I deliberately didn't clean it, even though I can see there is a bit of transfer, because I want to see where I'm stamping. And because I'm using one of my old Versamarks, I'm not bothered that I'm going to get some ink on there. It's fine. So I'm just popping a few leaves here and there. Then the other thing I wanted was a butterfly. Oh, wrong butterfly set. I need the other one. Oh, where's it gone? Ooh, I need the one that's already cut. Oh, I had it out recently. Oh, there it is. I just didn't look in the right section on my shelf. Okay, let's go with this one. Just fancied a couple. I'm trying to kind of get on and get this done, because although the Versamark will remain sticky for a little bit, it won't be there forever. So right, so that's that one. I've also got Wildcats here, and my favourite little leaf stamp out of that set is this one here, and I just want to add some verticals to this design. Got lots of sort of florals and different things happening, but I want to add some verticals in different places. I will use this stamp again, but I just thought the idea of having some really dark black ones already on the page before I start adding colour would be really interesting. So pop these in. So as I said, hello and welcome, particularly if you're new. Don't be scared, do say hello. I know it might seem that sometimes everyone already knows each other on this channel, but generally everyone is very welcoming, and you know, say hi and where you're from. And we like getting to know new folks. You know, what do they say? Friends are strangers you haven't met yet. No, strangers are friends you haven't met yet. Get it in the right order, Ruth. Oh dear. You know, if I'm going to quote, I need to get it right. Dear me. Right. Just going to put that to the side for a second because I just need to make sure that this piece of paper actually comes away easily before I use it to pour my black embossing powder over this whole thing. And I've been quite liberal about it. There we go. Now I can see I've got a few extra marks on here that really shouldn't be here, but that's okay. We're going to deal with that in a second. I'm just going to flip it over and give it a good tappity tap. Okay. Oh, maybe that was a bit much of a tap. Hold on. Let's put some of that back on. Yeah, these were probably the earliest images I did, so the Versamark is starting to come away. So I've got a little soft brush that I'm just going to brush away some of these excess, what's the word I want? Powder. And I'm not really too worried about having some in the wrong place because this whole thing is going to look quite grungy at the end of it, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to give it a gentler tap this time. Tap, 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 tap. Right, if you have some friends who'd like to invite to come and watch us on the live, please do that now. We're just at the beginning of this video, so do invite some friends. If you're watching this on the replay and you've never encountered me before, then please hit the subscribe button so that it's easier for you to find me rather than having to kind of go, where's that woman who did that thing with the thing? This makes it easier to find me again. Right, so I'm being a good girl, packing it all away. You know, don't want these stray powder. Right, let's get the good old heat tool. Should have been warming this up really, but I'm going to check out who's watching on the live. Say hello to you all. Now, why have I got it on the setting on my channel where... No, I don't want full screen. I want small screen. I've got it so that it takes up the... Oh, I can do pop-out chats. Oh, that's useful. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, there we go. So I'm just looking at my computer in ways I can view myself. Or see the chat, really. Hi, Vicky, Shaz, Martina, Mindy, Valerie, Anne, Monica, Heidi, Margaret, Bob, Nicole from Iowa. Hello, Phoebe. I'm old to your channel. Hi, Nessa. Oh, Shaz is lambing. Excellent. All right, where are you based, Shaz? Oh, you've got dirty piles of snow. Oh, you've stolen the dirty piles. Okay. Yeah, I did use this on it. I think what had happened was when I got the Versamark on, when I was getting the Versamark onto my blocks, I was pushing too hard into the ink pad and I had marks transfer from the blocks onto the card. I think that's what happened. I think I brushed off some powder there. Never mind. Never mind. It's not meant to be perfect. It is going to be very grungy in the end, so it's not meant to be, like I said, it's not meant to be super duper perfect. It's just about getting some images on that we're going to colour in. Good morning, Susan Johnson from Bundoora, Melbourne, Australia. Cool. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Mary Beth. Yes, I didn't go on live last night. I did a class last night, guys. I'm trying to keep Tuesdays for classes. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't publicised this as much as I should have, so I'm going to do it tonight. Those of you who are my customers and have spent £50 with me, either in January or February, or January and February combined, you're invited to an exclusive Zoom with me on the 15th of March, Tuesday the 15th of March, where I'm going to be using 2 stamp sets. And I think it's the ocean one and the animal one. So basically it's an event where you can come and hang out with me, watch me stamp with those 2 stamp sets, and if you've got them, great, you can stamp along, and if you haven't, don't worry about it. Hopefully you'll just have a bit of fun night of inspiration, and we'll go from there. So yes, I keep forgetting about that. I did send out a piece of paper to my customers that I send catalogues to, so you would have all had notification of that. But basically you don't have to do anything, you just you will get sent the Zoom information automatically. So if you're my customer, or you'd like to be my customer, you need to spend £50 with me in total between January and February, and you get to come to that Zoom class for free. If you want to come to it anyway and you haven't spent that, or if you're from a different part of the world, then it's just £20 to join in for that Zoom. Okay, so I've got my colours here. I envisaged putting a little bit of yellow down to start off with, and then something else. And I don't know where it's going to go. We're just going to see what happens. So, what's this I've got here? What's this? Daffodil Delight. Okay. I'm just going to do some different patches of the yellow, and I'm just going to colour different areas. I'm not really, just kind of moving my pen around, not really kind of thinking about it too much. And then I quite fancy a different yellow, so this is crushed curry that's going in here now. Put that in there. Okay, then shall we go for a bit of Melon Mambo? These flowers, I'm not going to colour them in too well, just kind of doing the centres and then into some of the petal areas. So just doing that, a bit of very quick colouring. So what I'm going to be doing, for those of you who haven't guessed, is I'm going to be spritzing this with water and seeing where it takes us. A bit purple maybe for the flower or butterflies. What's this? Highland heather. Yeah, okay. Let's just put a bit of Highland in there. Butterflies. There we go. Maybe a bit of gorgeous grape on there as well, just inside there. Not really colouring it too carefully, just trying to stay inside the lines. That's all I'm kind of aiming for. Get a bit of Flirty Flamingo. Just put a little bit in there, like so. Just for a bit of an additional pink. Okay, so I know I'll keep those out so that I can type it up later in the description. So then I've got my spritzer here. These are Stampin' Right markers. Yes, they're the water-based inks. So thank you. Oh, I know you US customers can't buy from me. However, oh, Martina, no, don't you worry. You're in my team, so you automatically qualify. Yeah, sorry. For those of you in my team as well, sorry. The perk of being in my team is that you get to come to that for free, as well as the team gatherings as well. So you get 2 in March with me. Sorry, glad you said that, Martina. That reminded me. This is just water. And I'm just spraying until I see enough activation that I'm happy with. Okay, so I just want this colour to be activated enough. Now I actually do want a little bit of drippage to start happening. So although I've coloured inside the lines, I also want... Oh, no, don't want that to happen. I do want some of this colour to move around a bit. Oh, it's not wanting to. It's been very well behaved, this colour. But anyway, we've got a bit of drippage happening either side. I think I want it to be a bit more grungy, so I'm just going to do some... Oh, look at that, flickage. There we go. That's nice, I like that. I'll just have to stick something. Hold on, I've put a block there. About some pink. Ooh, yay. That's nice, isn't it? A bit more there. Okay. Okay, I just want to leave that for a little while, just to let the water soak in. So I'm just going to read your comments. No, you don't need to order. Yeah, so basically you just need to order January and February. Mindy's thinking of moving. Oh, you know what, Vicky? I think you're right. Yes, I think you're right there. If you can be up in time. It starts at 7 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, big thank you to those of you who do donate to me. It means I can buy more stuff to show you guys. Right, now I'm loving what's happening here, so I don't want to lose it too much. So I'm not going to dab off, because sometimes it's tempting to get a tissue and dab off, but then that often takes the colour up. But I don't want to lose any of this lovely colour, so I'm just going to gently, to start off with, try and get rid of some of this excess water, because now and then I'm going to stamp on this as well. Good one, Vicky, Alison. Yeah, everyone's going to be wanting to be in my admin now. Right, I'm just going to step it up a bit. I'm trying not to go over the embossed areas too much, because I don't really want to overheat the embossing powder, because it can go a bit weird. Oh, that's quite wet under there. I hadn't realised that. Okay, let's just dab that up. Actually, let's just get rid of it. There we go. That sorts that out. Okay, let's just dab this up. I'd forgotten I dropped it, hadn't I, earlier? So I'm just going to get rid of the excess off there. Okay, so there's no damp sorry. It's slightly damp, but there are no kind of wet patches. I love how the embossing kind of keeps some of the colour within its boundaries. Don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see? Look, like here. It sort of kept it within where it's meant to be. Right, so let's do more stamping. So this is just the beginning. I want to do, so I want to do more. And I'm wondering whether to bring in one of my favourite stamp sets at the moment is this one, Dahlia Days, or Dahlia Days. Dahlia Dars. Dahlia Days. Dahlia Days sounds better than Dahlia Days, doesn't it? Also, I want to get more of that in. So, ooh, what shall we do? What shall we do? Do you have a bit of magenta madness? Should we do that? The spattage turned out. Yes, the spattage turned out well, didn't it, Lisa? Okay, let's stick a pink one there. Stick another one there. So this is why I wasn't too worried about getting the black design too even, because I knew that I was going to kind of come in and do more. So you don't always have to worry about having the final image in your head. Just go for it and see what happens. Right, there we go. I like it. Then maybe we want some little purple flowers. Oh, that's gorgeous grape. No, let's go for Highland heather. I don't think it's as dark as that, I don't think. Although I keep saying, didn't I? I'm going to grunge it up yet. It's going to have more dark on here. Right. Yeah, I've got a class on the 1st that I haven't put on the blog on my blog yet. So the 1st of March, Tuesday the 1st of March, I'm doing a wreath class if anyone's interested. And I am considering doing one on Wednesday the 2nd, but in the morning, to catch you guys in Australia. Because I know that the timing's a bit off for you guys. It's like the middle of the night. So if there are enough people who are interested, I'm happy to do one on the Wednesday about 10 o'clock AM my time. How do you manage to open the ink pads without covering your knuckles with ink? Good question. I'll have another go doing it. Yeah. Yes, thank you for your super chats, Miss Mary Beth. Did I get that right? Yes, Mary Beth. Yeah, just a polite request. If you are super chatting me more than about $5, please consider PayPaling me, because I don't pay as much fees. So with YouTube, they take a third. PayPal don't take as much as that. So I appreciate it all. Just saying, I do appreciate it all. But if you wouldn't mind. Hi, hello, Brenton. Just ask Ruth, she knows. We have the same affliction, Martina. That's funny. Okay, now I've done that light purple, I'm like, I think we need a darker one in there now. So I'm going to grab that other little flower, because although they are very similar in size, they are different. They are different. So it is nice having the option of 2 to pick. So let's go in there with a slightly darker purple there. Oh, yay. Oh, yes. That's nice. Just gives it a bit more depth there. Fill in here. Kind of looking to fill spaces now. Oh, look, hide that boo-boo that's there. Maybe have some go up behind there. Okay, right, so the way that I open my ink pads Now these are slightly looser because I've had these for a couple of years now, so they do open a bit easier. So I know what, let me demonstrate with a new one. I've bought some new ink pads recently, so this will be a bit stiffer. So you basically just open it like a compact. So if it's easier to do it that way with your 2 thumbs, and just do that and pull it apart like that, and then slide it. That's the bit I find it's actually closing it. I always seem to get a bit of colour on my nail because I do this and I pull it like that and I end up getting colour there. Now there's another way to do it. If you find that that's a little bit tricky for whatever reason, you can actually push down at the back here. So you can do this. Okay, and that just, see, that makes it open up. So if that's easier, do it that way. Okay. And always make sure you hear that click to shut it. Right, now the next thing I want to do, which is what I had in my head to do. I don't often have in my head what I'm going to do, but this was the one technique I knew I definitely wanted to do. And you're all going to shout at me and go, no, you're going to ruin it. But it's my art, so I'm going to go for it. Is actually, I want to put some stripes through here because I actually want to grungy this up quite severely. Okay, it was never meant to look pristine and pretty. It was actually meant to look pretty grungy. So I'm just going to put some stripage here now. And I want to get some lines through here too. You're all going, no, she's ruined it. But this is art, guys. This is what I wanted. Okay. Right. And then I wanted to add more black to it. So I'm going to get my leaf. Yeah, no, Brian's not here. Vicky's husband, Brian, apparently tells me all the time when I should stop. He goes, no, you've put too much on it now, Ruth. And he would probably be shouting at me right now, but ha ha ha, he's not there to tell me off. So I want more black on here now. Actually, this ink pad probably needs a bit of a re-ink. It did all the stripes fine, but it's not doing the actual stamping too well. Right, where's that leaf? This is the one I want. So I want more of these leaves to go in now. But keeping them all vertical just helps it not to look too crazy. I know that's probably a bit silly me saying that after I've just swiped black all over it, but this just helps with the whole, yeah, making it look like it's together. And I don't know, I can't always explain what I mean. Oh, I'm getting hot now. Why wouldn't you do the black stripe? You could do, Vanessa. I'm just having fun. You know, I've not done this before, so the other idea is that you could do the colour first and then do the embossing after. So, but yeah, we're just creating a pattern. I'm not, I sort of had a little bit of an idea of where I wanted to go with it, and it wasn't meant to ever look super pretty and pristine. It was meant to look kind of grunged up. So I might even get some water in here and move some of this ink around a bit more. I wonder how I could do that. I wonder if I could spray it a bit, or do water droplets. No, just give it a little spray. Oh. Okay, give it a bit of a spray. No, it's not moving too much. Okay, that's fine. Right, and then I think I want more texture on here. So I'm going to see what I can find. Got a bit of Tasteful touches here. These two are fabulous. So I'm wondering if I can go in with a bit more of this gorgeous grape. Oh yes, that's a good idea. Those little tiny flowers would look nice and black on here. Okay, so let's get some more grunginess happening. And again, I'm kind of keeping, because this has got a few lines in the design, I'm keeping them all going up and down in the same. I'm not kind of mixing and matching. I'm not mixing much. I'm not twisting. I'm just keeping all the lines going up and down. So this process is very much about just being brave and pattern creating and seeing where the chips fall, really, and enjoying. And now I came up with a sentence yesterday. I'm going to try and recall it, but it's about enjoying the surprise of what happens when you just stamp different images together, and then you get surprised by the juxtaposition of different things and different elements sitting next to each other. So I don't know, I'm looking at this and I quite like the contrast of the purple against the yellow there. I like the contrast of the black against the pink. So I'm looking at different areas here, and I'm enjoying different surprising moments that are occurring here. You know, I've got these lovely two little butterflies above that flower. So it's about just enjoying what's the surprising elements that just happen as you stamp, and not worrying too much about any kind of final piece just yet, or does it look too messy or whatever. Don't let that scare you, okay? Because I will be honest, about 5 minutes ago I did have a little have I done it right? But no, I'm just embracing the process and going, okay, let's just see. So now I'm thinking, oh, I actually fancy seeing what some purple lines might look like now. And I don't want to go in too heavy. I'm just going to do the odd purple line. Just see what happens. Where you can see purple. There's space for it there. Maybe there. Okay. There we go. And then nice to bring some more of that pink back in with another texture. So this is one of my favourite texture stamps, this square. And what I like about these squares is that you can kind of slot them into different places really easily because of the way that they're positioned. So, my word of the year is uncomfortable, and how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Oh, I love that, Shaz. I've tried just letting go. It was more of a shock than a surprise. Yeah, Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, because sometimes you think, oh, I'll try something, and because you didn't have in your head how you thought it was going to end up, it can feel like a bit of a shock. But then you have to just embrace the fact you've done it. It's done, and you can't take it back. So either you've got two decisions to make. Sorry, two choices to make. Either you just embrace it and go, okay, I'm going to work with it and see what happens, or I'm just going to decide to hate it and I'm going to get rid of it. But you know, I think very rarely that can occur. I mean, if you really, really don't like it, you can always just cut it up and use it for collage pieces. You know, that's, you know, don't ever throw stuff away. Or just keep going. Just keep going and seeing. Okay. So, you know, I'm loving seeing this little pop of pink. And I'm thinking I would like to bring some more yellow in here somewhere. But, okay. So, is that? Okay. So I'm loving these little surprising moments of seeing through things and seeing the squares, and it's really nice. I might just bring it, I like this texture here. I wonder whether to bring some of those in. Actually, I might bring that in with yellow first and then maybe some black afterwards, just to add a little bit more yellow. Because look, there are some little spaces of white there that that's nice how it's sort of behind that pink. Hi Susan. Hi Christine. Okay, that was fun. Adding a little bit more yellow, and I can see I quite could do with a bit more yellow here. Just to brighten up different areas. And it doesn't matter that you can't actually see the detail of this stamp, it's just a way of getting some colour on there. Still quite like the idea of being able to see these pops of white and pink through there, so I'm going to leave that for now. Although I'm wondering if I just get my paintbrush, got a little bit of water. Let me just put a squeeze of water into my, this is an old cup I was using. Just got a paintbrush with some water on it, and I quite like the idea of just blurring some of this down here. Let me get you a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. I just wanted these flowers to pop a little bit more, so I'm just going around the edge a little bit just to blur some of those edges. Just see what happens when I do that. It's just water. Oh yeah, look, I can even go around the butterfly and do that. So it's just pulling some of that colour. See what happens when I do it over here. So just a bit of water. It's like a bit like when you take a photograph and you have the background a bit blurred and you have the main image kind of in focus. That's kind of what it's doing. Hi, Adventures with Carissa. You're welcome. You're watching this live. Yay! Hi, Mary. A bit of water here maybe. It's like the background is the foreground. Haha, yeah. So just a reminder, this has been done on the Shimmer White cardstock because you would not get the same effect just using the standard cardstock that Stampin' Up do. You do need the robustness of the Shimmer White, and it just behaves with water in a slightly different way. There's other techniques you can do with water and the shimmer, water and the plain cardstock, but right now I don't like the way that I'm just trying to create a few more blobby effects up there rather than it all just being pulled in one area. So I'm just gonna splash a bit more water. Okay, I think while I'm here I might just splash a bit more of do a bit more splattage across there, because then some will fall in the drips of water and some. Right, I want this dried up now. Hi, Vay. Yes, it's very smooth, Heidi. Yeah, it is. And it's got a slight shimmer to it, would you believe? It's called Shimmery White. Yeah, it has a slight shimmer to it and a slight gloss, so the water doesn't sink in as quickly. It's not as porous, that's the word. Yeah, not as porous. Okay, so here I've lost some of that definition of the images, but that's okay because it, just means I need to go in there and stamp something else now. So I've got this lovely, pretty little sprig. Oh, there are these as well. Oh, forgot about those. So I'm wondering whether to bring back a bit of the pink. I might even add some darker. I'm wondering whether to put a bit of cherry cobbler in here or whether just to stick with these. But anyway, we'll do this for now and then. Right, so this is Magenta Madness again. I just kind of want to disguise that blobby area a little bit with some more texture. Yes, I'm on Instagram. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah. You're obsessed with cherry cobbler. Oh, it is a great colour. Cherry cobbler is a really great colour to use on the Shimmer White with water, because when you add water to it, it just makes it go this really gorgeous kind of deep pink colour. So I would recommend it. But I think I'm done with the water for now. I'm not going to do any more water to this, but I'm going to bring in the cherry cobbler for... Oh, go on. Should I just do a few sprigs in cherry cobbler? Oh, it just adds this gorgeous kind of depth. And by the way, don't be afraid of stamping stamps on top of stamps. If you hadn't noticed that already. It's okay. We're not creating, a picture. We're creating art, so it's okay. This is very, reminds me a lot of when people do like no, not junk, wrong word. Is it mixed media? You know, just their journaling and stuff. You know, just seeing what happens when you mix this with this. And people often just do this just to figure out how to make a card. But I'm like, why? What's the point of figuring it out? Just do it and cut it up and make a card, you know. So I don't know if you noticed, there were these like big blobs here that where the definition of the previous stamps had disappeared because I'd put water on it. But then going in and stamping with this one means that you've got just this clearer definition in different areas. So, you know, it works. There we go. See, I can do it there as well. And here, up here, it's happened. Love it. The other option is going in with a white chalk pen. That's the other thing you can do, just to define perhaps the butterflies a little bit more. So I'm just going in and adding a bit of white to the top of that. And giving it a bit of a rub so that the black comes through again. So yeah, like here I've got that black line kind of obliterated that butterfly, didn't it? So let's see what happens when I put this over the top of it. There we go, he's appeared again. So it's just softened that black line. Now, unfortunately, I went and stored this the wrong way up. I had it up like that. I should keep them that way up. So I'm just going to see if I've got my spare. Oh, no, that was stored the wrong way up as well. Silly me. Right, store these the wrong way up so that they're always ready to use. Put a bit of white on that one. Take you back to the lambing shed to see if she's had her twins. Oh, Shaz. Oh. Yes, Mary. I didn't know her myself, but I know that a lot of my followers knew her. Yeah, so somebody who's really big in the cricket world, a lady called Melody Lane, sadly passed away very recently, leaving a son, a grown-up son, I believe. Is that right, Mary? And yeah, was apparently very well loved and just such a really wonderful creative lady. But sadly, yeah, she passed away this week. So yeah, please do pray for her family and friends who miss her terribly, I'm sure. She leaves a big hole in the crafting world. Okay, right, now, you know what, I'm looking at this thinking, I want some white splatter. So, I'm going to get my white Reinker. Is that it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is the Craft White Reinker. And in order to get white splattage, what I do is put a little blob of it on there. Now this is a pigment ink. It doesn't like to mix with water too well. So you kind of have to make it mix. Just really kind of give it a good old mix like this. There we go. And then, oh no, I'll use a different one. Then you can put your white blobs on there. Now I wonder what would happen if I mixed yellow Reinker with that. Should I try it out? Get my brights out. Oh, gold. Yeah, I don't have any gold. Oh, yes, I could. I wonder if I could do. Well, I could gold emboss, I guess. Right, I just dropped. Sorry, I did it off screen. Just dropped one blob of yellow Reinker on there. Oh, it mixes all right. Okay. It's very fine. I could do with bigger blobs, really. Not quite sure how I'm going to achieve that, though. Anyway, it looks very pretty. Don't know if you guys can. Oh, 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 there. You see it there? That's the white. The white is really showing up. I'm not sure about the yellow. Oh, I know what. I'm going to do that. Oh, those are bigger blobs. Yes. Those are a bit bigger. And it uses it up. Right, I'm going to clean that up now. Looked like an egg until you mixed it. It did, didn't it, Lisa? Yeah. Now, make sure you give your blocks a good... I've just spritzed it with some cleaner because they probably all need to go in the dishwasher, to be honest. They're a bit mucky, my blocks. Right. Right. Now, the big old question. Are we done yet? Oh, look, I've recoloured my mug. I've got white splatters all over my desk. Oops. Okay, just give me a moment, guys. I'm just looking at it and thinking, I'd like a bit more black. Right, where's that ickle stamp? Now, I keep thinking about using this one and I haven't yet, so I'm going to use that now because there are little areas that I wouldn't mind some more black. It would end up an inky, messy brown. Well, it shouldn't, Shaz, because you need to dry in between layers. It's a kind of some, yeah, just, yeah, dry in between layers, I guess. And be careful with the colours that you're mixing. So yellow and pink mix quite nicely together. I was taking a risk with the purple. This black ink isn't as dark as I want it to be. I'm just going to see if I can get a Reinker. Oh, where's my Memento Reinker? Oh, here it is. That'll probably help. Gold flake spots. I know that would look good, but I can't be bothered to get all the flake stuff out, Martina, to be quite honest. Maybe when I go to make cards with it, I'll add some gold accents. How about that instead? I've made such a mess on this desk, Martina, that I really don't want to make more mess tonight. Sorry. Oh, that's better. Needed re-inking. Now, some of this process is just going, I wonder what would happen if I stamp that there. And just doing it. Like, oh, I wonder what the black looks like against the yellow there. There we go. Right, I think I'm going to stop there. Yes, Label Mail is her stage name. Yeah, it's Martina. Yeah. Right, I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to try and cut it up just yet because I did all that white splattering. The pigment ink white, sorry, the craft white ink is a pigment ink, so it's a bit slower to dry. So you have to kind of just leave it. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. It was a little bit of a shock when I did that black. If I'm quite honest with you, I did have a moment where I thought, oh no, what have I done? But I think this white pen has actually been really helpful in saving, especially these little flowers here. There we go. It's a bit better. Well, let's do some over here. It's just softening that black a little bit, isn't it? That's better. You're the new Jackson Pollock. Not quite, I don't think. But thank you. I take the compliment. What is the white pen you're using? It's the Stampin' Up! Chalk marker. Yeah. This is a really good value little tool, actually. I think it's about £3, £3. So, frame it, not cut it. Oh, very kind of you. Yeah, so it basically writes onto dark cardstock. You know, there we go. Oh, that's given me an idea. I'm going to go all Christina Werner now. She loves her little dashes. Sometimes it's quite fun to do a bit of doodling. Yeah, unfortunately, I've sort of contaminated the tip a little bit, but oh, I could just keep going. Just adds a really nice little extra highlight, especially on some of these. Oh, I've done that one. Darker areas. It's like little raindrops. It reminds me of lying on my stomach looking through the garden fence. Well, there we go. See? Does it have a fine tip for highlights? Yes. Normally it would have a fine tip. I've just, as I said, I've mangled it a little bit. Oh, look, that's how it should be. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I know what, let me get a piece of cardstock. Right, there's a black bit of cardstock. So look. There we go. It's also so that you can write in on dark card bases. So yeah, it is a useful little tool. The other thing you can do with it is that you can colour in, and then you can get your alcohol pens. Did you know you could do this? Oh, that's not too bright, that one. A brighter one. See? Yellow on black. I mean, how in the world would you ever get yellow on black? But you can do it with your chalk marker. Oh, you just got to watch me, Jan, and you're automatically Ruthette. I didn't come up with that phrase. Yeah, I call my followers my artful stampers. The you know, yeah, you're artful stampers as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, the Ruthettes is a newly coined phrase apparently, which is very sweet, very, very sweet. But yeah, no, you just got to be a regular on my live really, and you become a Ruthette. There's no criteria. So that is a maltreated fine tip, I know. Hi, Cindy. Hope your knee's better, my darling. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, the more times you show up on here, the more you get known, and yeah. Right. Well, thank you all so much for your thumbs up. And I've been looking for the last 3 weeks and binging on older videos. Oh, Jan, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you. Right, I am going to leave it there, guys, because I'm having a, how do I put it, a low energy day today. So I need to go rest up. So the Ruthettes are the ooh la la girls. I know, where are the French speakers? The ooh la las. Yes. Yeah, as soon as someone says they've binged watched me, I think it kind of qualifies you. Thank you, Sarah McKenna. Sarah, have you got a YouTube channel yet? So Sarah, I've just got to know she's signed up with Stampin' Up this month, I think it was. And if you're in the is it right, Cornwall area? Then look out for Sarah. She's going to start doing classes. Or Sarah, sorry. Thank you, guys. Yeah, sorry if you had a bit of a heart attack moment when I added the black ink, but as I said, I was going for abstract art. Although I'm looking at this thinking it does need something else. I'm so sorry. Oh, I was going to add these and I didn't do it. God, it's terrible, isn't it? Just cannot leave it alone. Dorset, that's it. Dorset. I knew it's down south somewhere. You're teaching on Zoom, are you, Sarah? Sarah? Are you a Sarah or a Sarah? If you know what I mean. Nova Scotia. Hi, Mary. Oh, sorry, I just said hello to Mary. I'm sorry. It's because I see all these names flash past and I think, did I say hello to so-and-so? Thank you, guys. Thanks, Christine. God bless. Right, okay, I think I'll stop there now. Yeah, I'm going to stop. I am a Sarah to rhyme with far rather than fair, but I answer to both. Oh, lovely. You are Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, I knew a girl when I was younger who spelled her name like you, and she was a Sarah. And then what's really thrown me is that the CEO of Stampin' Up also spells her name Sara, but people call her Sarah. And I'm like, oh, I get confused. Oh, yes, Glenna's Canadian. Nia's better, but no Stampin' Mojo. Oh, Cindy. Well, just take your time to recover. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so quickly, guys, I just want to go over some dates in the diary then. So 1st of March is a stamped wreath class. And if you are in the South Pacific and you would be interested, let me just double check my diary. I think I could do the Wednesday, the 2nd of March. Oh no, come on, why is March just like not wanting to play ball? Okay, yes, so Wednesday the 2nd of March, I'd be happy to do a class at 10 o'clock, because then hopefully that would be evening in the South Pacific. So yeah, what was that question? Will you be showing us the cards you will make with the pieces? Yes, most probably, Carissa, at some point. Yeah, not quite sure what I'm going to do with this one. I think I was just going to do slim lines. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll pencil that in. I'll do a new graphic for that. So wreath class on the 1st, wreath class on the 2nd. Already got a and then the junk journal event is on the 18th and the 19th of March. And then I'm going to start looking at some other dates as well. So there we go. Enrollments, there we go. ruth@gmail.com. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, so if you're interested, please email me. Right, I'm off. Lovely to see you all. God bless. And take care wherever you are. Lots of love. Bye.